Good evening, and welcome to another episode of the Critical Lens Podcast, a podcast about all things film. And today I'm flying solo because it is 10 o'clock at night right now, and my co host is asleep. So, before we get into the fun topics that we originally had planned for earlier, I want to quickly introduce a new segment in this episode called What Have You Been Watching? Just a quick segment where we talk about anything we've watched within the past week that we haven't seen before. And for today, I only have one film, and that is 2017's Saban Power Rangers. If you are a fan of Power Rangers, or if you have nostalgia for Power Rangers still, this film will easily click for you. It definitely would have for me had I still been attached to Power Rangers in any way, shape, or form. But I unfortunately did not care for it, but that's only because I have moved far beyond Power Rangers. I have no nostalgia for it or anything. But if you do, if you're a fan of Power Rangers in any way, if you still have that little itch of Power Rangers that needs to be scratched, this film will do it for you. So I highly recommend checking it out if you fit in either of those camps. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into some fun topics. And what better fun thing to start with than probably the best news we had in the last week? And that is Paramount and Warner Brothers, baby. They are paused. Yes, they are paused indeed. See, when Warner Brothers put themselves up for sale last year, I was upset. Mostly because the person I wanted to have it, Universal, had no shot. So we were left between Netflix and Paramount. Now, Paramount hasn't really done anything, so I didn't care for Paramount, but I'd always assumed Netflix would just absorb it into a streaming tycoon, whatever the heck Ted Sarandos had originally planned to do. But he didn't turn around and say anything like that. Maybe because he was trying to buy it, but every promise they were making Netflix was seemingly going for theatrical. It was odd to see them be like, yeah, we're not in theatrical, we want to be in the theatrical business, and Warner Brothers would be the way to do it. Which begs the question, were they genuine? I hope they were. But Paramount won it. And then a bunch of places sued because Paramount owning it would be a disaster. Not only would the Ellisons, who may or may not have some favors with the administration, would own like 40% of streaming and 50% of cable, which is a monopoly on cable. But they also own part of TikTok, and they would turn around and cause what the Disney buying Fox caused, which is a shrinkage in what is released in theaters, and we need more theatrical releases, not less. Wouldn't that have happened with Netflix? I have no idea. But what I do know is that Paramount is still not a good home. Luckily, a judge ruled that their merger is to be delayed as lawsuits are ongoing from the Writers Guild of America from 12 states, including California, New York, Massachusetts. And we will see the result of those lawsuits, but now they can't merge until 2027. And part of the stipulation is that if they couldn't close by the beginning of September, every quarter, which is every 3 months, Paramount has to pay, I think, $650 million every quarter. So this will be 3 quarters. So that is $1.95 billion they'll have to pay to, I think, the shareholders. Not to mention the fact their interest is going to increase, their debt is going to continue to rise. They don't have any projects that are going to generate a lot of revenue for the rest of the year, except maybe Street Fighter. But this is probably the best case scenario. That is delayed. I'm glad it's delayed. There's no reason for them to have this company. It would be a disaster for the film industry. I mean, Warner Brothers is coming off of a killer 2025, not a great 2026, but a killer 2025 where 7 films in a row opened to over $40 million. Even if F1 is technically a co Apple film, Warner Brothers helped contribute to that, so they get profit from it. But yeah, 7 opening weekends of $40 million or more, and then their last film released last year, which did not break the bank in terms of box office, but won 6 Oscars, was Best Picture winner One Battle After Another. A film that, well, I may not care for it. A lot of people loved and won the gold. Won Paul Thomas Anderson his Oscar. Won casting. Won writing. Won for Sean Penn. A lot of interesting things happening at Oscars, but One Battle After Another was the big winner, and that studio is now going to get sold to Paramount, who wanted to work with a sexual accused sexual assaulter named Max Landis, who was putting in a script for a G.I. Joe film. Luckily, they said, no, we're not having that in there. But we'll see. They are working with Brett Ratner for Rush Hour 4, and he's not good for sets whatsoever. Oh, it's a mess. It is a huge mess. I hope to God this helps kill this deal, because the Trump administration will push it through. The Ellisons are friends with Trump. So if this kills it, it's a big win for cinema, baby. Because Paramount ain't gonna own it. Netflix may come in and buy it at a cheaper price, but that's beside the point. We'll deal with that bridge when it's time. But for now, we take the wins when we can, and this delay is a huge win, especially because the lawsuit it's a part of, if I remember correctly, is the one regarding the states. So the 12 states. Let me see if I can turn around and find what states they are, because California is the big one. Then there's New York. As for the rest of them, let us see, because having 12 states turn around and be like, yeah, no, you ain't gonna turn around and buy this, buddy. But here we go. Found it. 50 ad website, because that's just how it is. But here we are. We've got Arizona, Colorado, California, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Nevada, New Jersey, New York, New Mexico, Oregon, and Washington. So those are the 12 states that are part of this lawsuit, and their lawsuit has blocked the merger, at least until June 2027 or whenever this lawsuit ends, whichever comes first, which I'm hoping the lawsuit results in them not being able to buy it. I hope it goes fast and that's the result, but we'll see. We will see. Unfortunately, we're stuck in limbo. I'd rather not be stuck in limbo, but it's whatever. But that's the best possible scenario, is that Paramount and Warner Brothers are not merging, at least for another year. Yeah, so cinema can take a breath. And that's probably the best news Warner Brothers can have, because whew, are they getting cooked at the box office this year? Holy moly. I'm not one for saying anything, but this year's been rough for them. I mean, we turn around and look at the numbers here. They are the distributors of Evil Dead Burn, and Evil Dead Burn is an underperformer. It's it's only at 29.2 million. That's what it was projected to possibly make opening weekend. We're 3 weekends out. That's bad. It's not like death blow, because they're, I think worldwide they've passed their budget and marketing, so I think they're in the profit area now, but that's still like Evil Dead Rise made close to this opening weekend when it released 3 years ago. Evil Dead Burn is not having the same success when I think it's a better movie. Um, but let's take a look at the rest of this. Obviously, the big story: I need to turn around and I want a big camera pour. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. You know, to go off topic for just a slight bit, I've been thinking about The Odyssey since I saw it. It's hard not to. And I've changed my ratings and my views on it a little bit. The siren sequence is a standout. More and more, the more I think about it, the more it's how well written it is, and how the score is used well, and it's acted well. Um, Robert Pattinson's grown on me. Um, the Cyclops scene has lessened for me. And at the end of the day, I dropped it from a 4 to a 3.5. And instead of being my top 5 Nolan, it's in my top 7 Nolan at number 7. So that's fun. This movie's still good. It still has a lot of really good moments. There's a lot people are picking up on that I appreciate them pointing out. There's some stuff that's being said that's downright wrong and stupid, and people are interpreting the wrong thing. But hey, film you interpret differently, that's okay. But you can't deny its success, especially when it's made so much money. In 2 weeks worldwide, it has made over $600 million. It's gonna cross the $1 billion mark, and it might challenge Deadpool and Wolverine for the highest grossing, for a high grossing R-rated film. It might gross more. I don't know. I don't remember if Deadpool and Wolverine took the number one highest grossing R-rated film spot. I believe it did over Joker, but The Odyssey has a chance to beat it. And dude, that would be insane. Again, this is impressive for multiple reasons. One, Nolan doesn't have a Barbie here to help lift him up. I'm sorry, but Nolan needed Barbie with Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer would not have made almost $1 billion if it was just released on its own. The Barbenheimer effect helped it. It still probably would have won all the Oscars, which it deserved, but it would not have turned around and made almost $1 billion if Barbie wasn't there. And that's just, in my opinion, that's just fact. Barbie helped that movie with the box office, and Oppenheimer contributed really nothing except being a well-made, incredibly well-made film and Christopher Nolan's best. But Barbie lifted that film at box office wise, which also helped, in my opinion, with its awards conversation, let alone the fact that the film was incredible. But, it held its own against Barbie, the big, bright, fun, feminist movie, whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it feminist or not, it's up to you. Some people think it's based, it's whatever. But this is all Nolan. This is all Nolan. This is all his capital. He had a blank check. He spent it on the Odyssey. Whether you love it or hate it, you can't deny. This is insane. Nearly reaching Top Gun Maverick levels of money in week 2. This is, look at that. The 49% drop from last Friday is unheard of nowadays. And yeah, if you adjust for inflation, this is nothing. But the reason we don't adjust for inflation half the time is because you never get headlines, because a lot of things wouldn't open to any number close to the older films. So we do this with the numbers as they are. And, this is awesome. This is great for box office. This is great for the theaters. This is great for IMAX. IMAX is making so much money off of this movie. And it deserves to. I wouldn't say you need to see it in IMAX, personally. I think you should be able to enjoy films in any format, but it's making a buttload of money, and good job to Nolan, to the crew, to Universal. Happy for theaters. Let's keep this train rolling for Dune 3, because Dune needs it. But congrats to the Odyssey. Well done, Christopher Nolan. Moana. We don't need to talk about Moana. This film's an embarrassment. I don't want to bring it up anymore. I don't know why the heck we're even across the century mark. Yay! That's that's good for it, I guess. I don't I don't care. I don't care about bad films. Um, Toy Story 5 is now the third film to reach the $1 billion club this year. Welcome to the welcome to the club, Toy Story 5. Welcome to the club. You're joined by very impressive company because you're not alone. It's the third film. The other two um, are, of course, Mario, because Mario is just that guy. But Toy Story now joins Mario and Michael as the films to hit $1 billion, and it looks like the Odyssey will be the fourth, and Spider-Man might be the fifth. We'll get to that in a minute. But congratulations, Pixar. I'm so glad you did all of this to get massive layoffs. Bring that up in a moment. But let's continue on here. Minions and Monsters continues to underperform, which is unfortunate because that genuinely might be the best film in the entire franchise, and I don't say that facetiously. That genuinely is a really good. It is actually better than I give it credit for, and I'm surprised, but nothing you can do. Um, Hades Town, which is a musical they filmed and just put in theaters, kind of similar to Hamilton, I'm pretty sure. Not in terms of what the play's about, but in terms of what they did to like film it and then just put it in theaters. Not bad. Not bad. I actually have a friend who saw this. I'm pretty sure they saw this with their partner to celebrate their 3-month anniversary today. Very happy for them. And I'm very happy that it did almost $10 million. That's insane. I can't believe they actually did that much. I didn't think to read that number. Oh boy. Evil Dead. It's losing steam. That's sad. This is sad, dude. It's such a good movie. It's so violent. It's so gruesome. When I tell you this is the most Evil Dead that an Evil Dead film has ever been, I mean it. It's so good. Please check out Evil Dead Burn before it leaves theaters. Well, if you can support it in theaters, please do. If you can't, please support it when it goes on digital. All money is good money. I know my co-host would say, "Why would you care if these people make money?" I care that the films are successful, that we can get more. The whole point is that we get more. I don't care if the actors are making money or not. They're getting paid to do a job. What I care about is that we get more. I want more Evil Dead. I want people to go to the theater to see Evil Dead films so I can get more Evil Dead. That's what I want. But if this, I think we still got Wrath. We got Evil Dead Wrath coming, which I'm so excited for. I wish they didn't delay it till 2028. Well, it's whatever. The Invite, which as of recording, I will be seeing tomorrow. So when this video goes live, I will have already seen it and had out of theater reaction. So hopefully I liked it. It's doing really well. Look at that 26% drop. That's awesome. I'm happy for Olivia Wilde. Don't worry, darling. Sucked so bad. She came back with a vengeance. Good for her. Young Washington, CGI, AI Slot Fest. Don't care. Not gonna say anything more. Motor City. I don't remember. I think this is the Alan Richardson Quiet movie. Um, that's money. Take what you can get, I guess. It's money. If this is the mystery movie tomorrow, there's a mystery movie tomorrow, and if this is the mystery movie to try to get more people to go to more theaters to see it, I will lose my mind. And then Obsession. Bro, can we just talk about Obsession real quick? Because I still have it in my room. But the 4K for Obsession. This is so good. It genuinely might be my film of the year. I have to rewatch Project Hail Mary and Obsession. I might be dropping Project Hail Mary and having Obsession number one. I don't know. It's so hard to decide. They're both so good for so many different reasons. But look at that, baby. Still in the top 10 in week 11. 11 weeks in here. It couldn't have happened to a nicer film. I'm very happy that they got to turn around and be successful. All the more power to them. Indie films for the win. Let's get more. And that's basically it. I don't know what the Jana. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that because I don't want to butcher it. But that turned around and was just shy of hitting the top 10, making less than $1 million. Um, oh well. If everybody who saw it liked it, that's all that matters. So all the power to that. Can't go wrong there. But yeah, box office is healthy again, at least for now. We'll see. But you know what will be making the box office so unbelievably healthy. Um, there's a little film, not that not that big of a deal. Just a tiny little film coming out called Spider-Man: Brand New Day, and it's projected to make so much money. This is gonna be the biggest film of. I think this might be the biggest film of the year. I don't think I'm being facetious in saying that. I don't think I'm being facetious in this prediction. But I'm just pull this up real quick. Look at this. So early estimates were 212 to 255, and that was before the Doomsday trailer dropped this past Monday. Which I'll talk about that and to get to the other stories that I got today. But then it got bumped up. This is now the low end right here. That's the low end of the projection now. They think it could hit up to 300 million in the United States alone. And that would make it the second highest grossing film of all time. That so in terms of highest opening weekend, not highest grossing film of all time. But if you just, I mean, this is insane. Let's take like if you turn around and like, okay, it makes $250 million opening weekend. That puts it in the fourth place spot. That means that two Spider-Man films will have opened bigger than any Star Wars film ever has, not adjusting for inflation. But if it actually gets 300 million opening weekend, which would be fucking bananas, that would make it the second place highest opening weekend of all time, not adjusting for inflation. We might be witnessing history. We might be seeing Spider-Man: No Way Home, which was historic because it made almost 2 billion during the start of the COVID recovery period without China. It made almost 2 billion worldwide. It made over 800 million in the United States, and we might see Brand New Day turn around and make 300 million opening weekend. That might be crazy. And as a Spider-Man fan, I'm intrigued because I I've not grown fond of No Way Home since it released. I don't really care for Far From Home. Homecoming's okay. I'm gonna rewatch them, maybe have a more informed opinion right before I see Brand New Day. But dude, Brand New Day looks sick. It's gonna break the bank. I'm so happy. I can't wait. Can't wait. Especially because there's a lot riding on this movie, dude. There's a lot. So I remember Avengers Doomsday is gonna make money with or without it, but like this movie is gonna have so much. Now, as of this recording, it's Sunday night, and if this is the one, if this is the version we use, if this is the one that we tape and put out to the masses, then I will be seeing it on Wednesday. So as of this recording, I'm 3 days away. Which, bro, I'm seeing Spider-Man in 3 days. It's awesome. What are my expectations for it? Um, I think it's gonna be solid. I think that Daniel Cretton actually really loves Spider-Man. You can feel it. You can feel his love for this and his love for Shang-Chi. When and especially his love for Shang-Chi when you watch Shang-Chi. But here you can feel the love so much. He loves Spider-Man. Tom Holland is having an absolute blast. The practical filming with the tank through the streets, bro. Hardest hardest photo I've seen. It's just Spider-Man standing there amongst the crowd. I can't even lie to you. That was an amazing photo. Let me see if I can find it actually while I turn around and talk about this. And it's not just the fact, right? It's not just the fact that we have a new Spider-Man movie coming out. It's the fact that it might be the best one. It's got some of the coolest stuff that they teased. And I genuinely feel I genuinely feel that this movie's going to turn out better than a lot of the MCU projects in recent memory. And I say that as a lover of Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, but I think this might turn around and trump them both. This might turn around and trump every film that has come out through phases 4 and 5. And now I think we're in phase 6. But look at that photo. That right there, forget Agamemnon or farming with his suit in the Odyssey. That's aura farming. That's aura farming without needing to turn around and have so much riding on your aura farming. That's one of the coolest photos of a superhero I have ever seen. It is so good. I can't believe that this is what we're getting. Now, what are my fears for Brand New Day? Because I'm excited. I'm scared it might be too packed with MCU stuff. We got Punisher. We have the Hulk. We're rumored to be getting Jean. We might be getting Jean Grey if that's who Sadie Sink is truly playing. If the rumors are legit. If she's not Jean Grey, she's some other character. We're gonna have him arresting a lot of low tier villains. We're gonna have him fighting a villain we've never seen before. And I just feel like we might be too crowded again in a Spider-Man film, especially because every Spider-Man film, right? Every single one that Tom Holland has been in has had to have some sort of Avenger, Iron Man, Nick Fury, Shield, Nick Fury for Far From Home, and then Doctor Strange for No Way Home, and now we're giving him Hulk and Punisher for Brand New Day. Can't Spider-Man just be Spider-Man? You know why the Tobey Maguire films, the first two at least, are so good? They're Spider-Man stories. We're not overcrowding his movie with other stuff. Spider-Man 3 dips in quality because they overload it with stuff. They overload it with a lot. They've been overcrowding Tom Holland's movies for Well, since Inception. I mean, they introduced Spider-Man in Avengers 2.5, aka Captain America's Civil War. But Tom Holland hasn't had a chance to just be Spider-Man on his own. And this was supposed to be the movie to do it, and now we've got Hulk and Punisher. I hope they get the feel of a streets Spider-Man, bro. That would be the dream. That would be the dream indeed. I hope, man. There's so much I want working for this. I just I don't know. There's just something there that's keeping me scared. And I need to remember this when I go sit in my seat. This shot, dude, this photo is just so good. This immediately sold me on the movie. If this is the type of photo we're getting from the behind the scenes, like people from the street watching the movie get filmed, and this is what we're able to capture, the pure raw aura of Spider-Man, sign me up. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. Again, as a with this recording taking place on a Sunday, I'm 3 days away, so we'll see. But man, there's a lot I'm looking forward to. Expecting. I'm gonna make a prediction right now for a brand new day. And my mic just disconnected for no reason. Anyways, critics 84%, audience 95%. At least that's the Rotten Tomato score. Cinema score I predicted A minus. If it's higher than that, I'll be over the moon. Um, Metacritic I don't care, but I'll predict a 77. Box office 285. I'll put in the number of 285. That's what I'll predict. And I hope to God it's higher, which I think will put on pace for a $1.7 billion finish. And I'll predict that stuff now, and we'll see when the film releases and when it's had its run, and we'll come back to this and see if I'm right. If I'm right, I am a prophet. I am the Lisad Al Gaib. I will lead the way for the rest of life from here into the next. But now, speaking of Marvel, there was a little event yesterday called Comic Con, and we got some announcements. Some very big announcements that I'm iffy on. Um, for different reasons. So we'll start with one that has some positive. Black Panther 3. Mr. David Johnson will play T'Challa's aged up son. Here's the thing. This man's a really good actor. Um Probably my favorite android in any alien film next to Bishop. He was great in The Long Walk, even if I didn't love it as much as some other people did. He, I hear, is great in Wasteman. Every time I see a clip of him, whether it's something I have seen of his or have not, he just has this presence and this incredible range. He is gonna go places. I expect to see an Oscar or two in his future. I really do. I think he's got that in him. Unfortunately, it's gonna probably take a little longer for him to get there because he's going to the MCU. Now, Ryan Coogler is directing him. So there's that. We saw Sinners. We know Ryan Coogler's got this in the bag, bro. Creed, the first Black Panther, Fruitvale Station, even Black Panther 2, which I think is a weaker sequel. Still has some really good stuff in there. But Ryan Coogler will be back, and David Johnson is going to turn around and play T'Challa's son, T'Challa Jr., aged up, and be the new Black Panther. Two mindsets here. One, incredible casting. Incredible casting. David Johnson will nail this role. He is going to be one of the very few actors that goes to the MCU and rises above the MCU machine and delivers something worthwhile. I can't, the words cannot express the excitement I have that he's going to just come in and be a breath of fresh air and liven up Marvel again. The problem is that he's going to Marvel, and as someone who I love my Fantastic Four. I love Thunderbolts. I love Guardians 3. They're not they're not the place you go unless your name is Angela Bassett. They're not the place you go for top tier acting. I'm gonna be honest. Like Michael B. Jordan was really good as Killmonger. Like there are exceptions. Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick Boseman, Angela Bassett and Wakanda Forever. Um, there's very few. And then you just oh no. I'm afraid that he'll be MCUified, which means that he is a great actor and he's going into the franchise. I hope he just survives the machine and doesn't come out and feel like he does the same kind of performance in every role. Um, where it kind of diminishes. Diminishes is the wrong word because Marvel films still you still have to have some level of acting to pull those off. I'm not trying to say that they don't act; they do, but there's a difference between acting for Marvel and acting in literally any other movie. Michael B. Jordan is a clear example of that. Oh no, he's the exception, not the norm. Um, he uh, he is a rarity, but like Tom Holland, I'm really excited for Spider-Man. Like I just said, Tom Holland's an MCU actor, in my opinion. There's not been a movie outside of Spider-Man, including the Odyssey, where I have turned around, watched Tom Holland, and been like, oh yeah, he's got tremendous range. He's had moments. He's had glimpses of greatness. Even in No Way Home with the Aunt May death, like Tom Holland's ability, like he gets the emotion just right. He has moments of greatness in there, and I know Tom Holland can persevere through it, but he's been miscast too many times. I don't think he can recover. Even with the Odyssey, which I he was okay. There were moments where I'm like, he does not fit at all. If he wasn't directed by Christopher Nolan, I think more people would be critical. But man, well, I hope David Johnson perseveres. I really do. We'll see. But he's not the only actor joining Marvel. This one this announcement started off so strong and then fell on its face in my eyes. Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is finally coming to the MCU, and Ryan Gosling is playing him. Perfect casting yet again. Ryan Gosling will survive the MCU machine for sure. There's no way he comes out worse than he did before. But there is one caveat to this. Sean Levy. Look, Sean Levy's not a bad director. He's just he's not bad. Like his movies aren't offensively horrible at all. Like Deadpool and Wolverine was just okay. It was just okay. Um, I like the Adam Project. It's an okay movie. It's a fine movie. Free Guy's a fun movie. His Stranger Things episodes have been consistently pretty good. Um, but let's call a spade a spade. He's way too safe. He's not edgy enough, bro. Even Deadpool and Wolverine was just okay. Like, I don't like safe. I like a little risk. Someone said Drew. I heard a YouTuber say Drew Goddard should have made this. The guy who pioneered Daredevil season 1. A lot of people calling it the greatest season of Marvel TV ever. And as someone who has yet to see it, I cannot confirm if that's true or not, but I believe it. Sean Levy. Someone said I saw someone turn around and say Sam Raimi should have done this. Sam Raimi should have absolutely done this. Sam Raimi would have had a blast doing this. I I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, but this tells me a couple things. Number one, they love Sean Levy because I bet you he doesn't take. I bet you he takes all those notes like a trooper. He's like, okay, I'll do what you say. I'll do what you say, studio. You know better than me, the director. Ryan Gosling clearly loves working with him, and if Ryan Gosling loves working with him, then all power to him. But the third thing this tells me, right, is that their project that they have coming, Star Wars Starfighter, Disney has high hopes for. Disney has high hopes for Star Wars Starfighter. I don't. I don't have hope for Star Wars anything after Mandalorian and Grogu, which is a complete waste of my time. At least for me. I didn't get anything from it. I'm not gonna turn around and criticize it. A lot of people have already done it. It just wasn't for me. Did not care for that movie at all. Oh well. But yeah, John Levy did Starfighter. That releases in May 2027. I think Memorial Day weekend. We'll see. We will see. I mean, Star Wars turns 50 next year. So we're going to get Star Wars, the original Star Wars theatrical cut in theaters in February 2027. We will get Attack of the Clones 25th anniversary, early May 2027, I believe. And then we will have Star Wars Starfighter, Memorial Day weekend 2027. I hope it's good. I don't want bad movies. I don't want them. I don't want bad movies. I'm sick and tired of bad movies. From Star Wars, the last few have been a drop in decline from Force Awakens. Well, Force Awakens, and then Rogue One picked up, but then Last Jedi, Solo, Rise of Skywalker, Mandalorian, and Grogu on the floor. Mandalorian and Grogu's not for me. That's fine. But I hope they nail it. And then with Ghost Rider, I hope they nail Ghost Rider too. Cause holy guacamole. This is a lot riding on this. I mean, this is a dream casting. Ryan Gosling is Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is a little, hopefully it's R rated. Hopefully Sean Levy can bring some edginess for once instead of being a safe bet, instead of just playing it safe. The real thing that bothers me though, right? We're getting Ghost Rider. Where's Blade? Where's Blade? They announced him 7 years ago. Since they've had like 17 million different writers. I think the only person that hasn't written for it yet is me. 17 million writers. They had Mia Goth attached to play Lilith. That didn't go well. That was a good get, but then nothing came of it because they didn't have a script. They had 3 different directors that all turned around and left. They couldn't figure out Blade because they didn't want him to just be a guy killing vampires for 90 minutes. Even though it's exactly what people wanted from a Blade movie. I don't know what else needs to be said, but that's wild. Um, that's basically everything I wanted to cover. I mean, we did have trailers. We did have trailers. The Doomsday trailer, which I refuse to talk about anymore because that did not look appealing to me. But I also am just upset because Dune 3, which could have had an amazing Christmas box office, is going to get destroyed because Marvel doesn't know how to take a loss and move a week or two, for crying out loud. They could have turned around and moved in to the week before because Jumanji left, and that week is open for IMAX. So Marvel could have moved up, gotten a week of IMAX, gotten a big opening, and then Dune could have come in to be the fresh face. He still would have had Doomsday. It just wouldn't have been as fun. But we're getting Doomsday on the same day as Dune 3. The Resident Evil trailer was sick. Resident Evil was just incredible. Oh, actually, you know what? There is something I want to talk about because I saw this and it blew me away. So, with Resident Evil, this will be Austin Abrams and Zach Kreger's second collaboration together, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know about you, but I was surprised to learn there's a key sequence in the movie. If you don't want to hear what it is, now here. You don't want to hear what it is. Uh, spoiler, spoiler alert, in the top left corner. If you don't want to know what the spoiler is, there's your warning. I know that some people maybe want to turn around and not know anything about the movie, so there's your fair warning. There's a sequence when he's running down the street in Raccoon City, and zombies are falling off the tops of buildings. Good old Zach Kreger here didn't want to turn around and use VFX. No, no, no. He wanted to do some practical work. So what'd he do? They had cranes holding 150-pound body bags of blood, and it was came really close to costing him his Austin Abrams' life because they rehearsed this 50 million times because they have to, and because Zach Krieger wanted it to be, you want to see Austin Abrams going through the struggle. You have Austin Abrams doing it, and Austin Abrams was clearly game. But after all those rehearsals, one of those body bags being held up on the cranes um, was released early, and came remarkably close to landing on Abrams. One step to the right, and he would have died. One step to the right, and we would have lost an actor, which is insane to me. How is that? First of all, why you don't have a stunt person doing this, I have no idea. Second of all, the fact that he, was one step away because of a mishap from dying, whoever was in charge of that crane, whoever let it go early, fire him. Thing number three, the shots in the movie. So we're going to see on screen Austin Abrams nearly die for Resident Evil. And I'm excited for the movie. But him nearly dying for it? No, 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 no. That I am not excited for. That I'm not excited for. But there's one shot. There's one shot in the trailer. I'm not gonna play the trailer. I'm gonna turn around. Turn around and try to. There's one shot in the trailer that actually gets me very excited. And it's one I didn't think would get me excited, but it's the one of the door. It's the one of the door. Hold on. Let me pull it up. A better picture. Because I don't want to get copyright struck for a video. I don't need to get the heat for that. But let me see if I can find a picture of it. That shot in the doorway. Right here. What the fuck is that? What is that shit? This is insane. I can't wait. But yeah, Resident Evil. We had another Clayface trailer, I think, come out this week. It looks fine. I don't think the trailer did much to move the needle for me. Lanterns trailer I didn't watch because I'm not watching Lanterns. Ebenezer it looks like a movie, you know. Johnny Depp's back, I guess. Um, there's really nothing, is there? All those announcements and barely anything exciting. That's unfortunate. But that is all I really have. It's a rather shorter episode when I just talk to myself. It feels weird. But even though that's all I have, there's a lot coming. By the time this episode airs, you will have already gotten 2 out of the theater reactions. If this episode is used, you'll have gotten 2 out of theater reactions. One for the invite, which I'm finally seeing Monday. I've already been seen as of this if this recording goes live on Tuesday. And then a mystery movie that I have seen after the invite. So 2 movies on Monday. Well, again, if you're seeing this recording, then it's already happened. I've already seen those. And then Spider-Man on Wednesday. And then whatever happens after that, I have no idea. But I am looking forward to an exciting August. We have some good stuff coming in August, and we'll probably talk about that. I'll probably have my co-host here to talk about that in the next episode, because the look ahead to August, some surprisingly good stuff. But I don't really have much else. It's a rather shorter episode than usual, but I'm just trying to just keep you informed on the news. You know, I unabashedly love film and the film news, and if I can keep people informed on what's going on, stuff to look forward to, just my honest opinion. So if I can do that and have it done in under an hour, I will do so. It's also 11 o'clock at night. So thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Critical Lens podcast. I'm hoping this is the cut we use. So if you see this, thank you very much for indulging me in my solo rantings. I might do more. Who knows? But until then, thank you very much for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night, depending on when you're watching this. Go see films. Go enjoy your movies. That's in order. And hopefully, the next time we do this "What Have You Been Watching" segment that I started at the beginning, I'll have more than one movie to talk about. I'm hoping to have several. Because just talking about one film felt really, really stupid. But thank you again for listening. Until next time, you have yourselves a wonderful rest of your night. And be film lovers, not film haters. Take good care. Bye.